Okay, Sergio, please say your name properly, the way you would say it.
My name is Sergio Saenz-Rivera. Sergio. Everybody calls me Serge or Sergey.
Okay.
Yeah, so Serge is my international name.
Oh,
Serge.
okay, right. So where were you raised?
I was raised in Juarez on and off because my dad had a job that sent him to live in places, but we always came back to Juarez. So we lived in Monterrey, in Hermosillo, Mexico, in Torreon, but we always came back until age 16 when my dad moved us to Mexico City. That's where I had my significant adult experiences, that's where I finished high school, university, my first jobs. So I consider myself half Mexico City, half border.
I even thought you were from South America. I wasn't sure, but you've traveled in South America a lot?
Yeah, I studied grad school, and I lived for a little bit in Cuba because I did a semester in Cuba when I was young, at 18, and then I lived in and worked in Argentina for about 8 months, and Brazil. So, and I did my graduate studies in Philadelphia, where I lived like for 5-7 years.
Well, I'm really interested in how this gallery got started. What on earth possessed you to open a gallery?
Yeah. Well, I've always been, I had an artistic side. I'm a social scientist, I'm a political scientist by trade. However, I was always interested in doing political posters and the propaganda that for instance, I collected stamps and I loved the engraving and the colors, especially of old Soviet post stamps, right? And tied to my political science life, I always wanted to have an institution of some sort in order to bring community together, to educate the public in a manner. During the pandemic, I guess I mentally shut down like many of us, and I said, I cannot continue teaching, only teaching. I need something else besides my teaching or supplements my teaching. So I started helping friends that were depressed, artist friends, because I always hang out with artists. I can easily sell your art for you, you know.
You said that?
Yeah, I said to my friend who was depressed in Albuquerque and another in Mexico City, don't worry, I'll find a framer here in Juarez. It's very cheap. And lo and behold, I take the paintings to Marfa, and I sold just like that 3 paintings, and then 2 art masters, and I sold other 2 paintings because they're good. I mean, they're good painters.
You sold to art masters?
Yeah. And then, so I said, I can do this for a living. You know, for 5 years I started selling. The artists heard of me and they started giving me their art on consignment. I started with 2, now I have 60 artists.
So you were selling...
I was selling art, but they left it on consignment with me. So at some point, one of the rooms of my house was packed with things, you know. And I always wanted a school of some sort or an institution. And I said, why don't I open a gallery? And I was already using art with my students in order to show them ideologies, political movements, gender issues. There's many art devoted to gender, and so it came together, you know, very organically. I started asking around, where can I rent a spot, and my partner Laura Turon, who's a very famous artist here in El Paso, rented me these 2 rooms that are now called Traffick ArtSpace. That's where I display 60 artists, and every month we have a show here.
And you said you represent how many countries?
8 countries, and this came about because of my living abroad and artists telling artists, hey, there's this guy, and so little by little I started gathering more countries. I have 8 countries so far.
Okay, what is all this bright work here?
This actually is from an artist that I know called Belinda Subraman. She's a well-known artist from Paso, a poet. And this is a conversation between 2 painters, actually, Belinda and Terry Finglea.
Let's see this
were
art.
registered nurses this exhibition is about a dialogue about healing and compassion, because through their lives they experienced as nurses. They were very close to human fragility, to pain, also to healing. You know, Terry, for instance, overcame the loss of her daughter. And I guess she took refuge in her colors, are very bright and happy despite the darkness that she maybe have faced. And now the art of Belinda is more esoteric. I think it encounters more psychological, psychic even.
It looks like energy to me. Things moving around.
Absolutely, it's very energetic, and both supplement so well. Like you can tell the composition here. This is by Belinda and Terry. They match very much the color, the shape, their lives too. Right?
And what do we have here on the stands?
So this is the shop. So what you're looking at first is this first room is a showroom. Every month I try to bring a new artist with a different issue. This time it's about healing. Last time was about domestic abuse. The other time was about immigration, poverty, social problems, right? So we had one show every month, one artist.
Well, you have a particular interest in social, political issues, don't you? Because you teach political science,
that's
right?
Correct. That's correct. So a lot of the artworks that I have in the shop, which is the other part of the gallery, is a collection, the leftovers of the exhibits, also some of the works that I got on consignment. Luis Racho is one of the most important painters that I have in the gallery. Not only because he is well known in Juarez and Chihuahua, and also because of his technique. He goes and photographs daily life in Juarez, like this man carrying a supermarket bag or a military next to a dog, or a little girl with quirky scenes of the past with one sock. And he does images of that, sometimes very violent, sometimes very sweet and very quirky. I also have I had an exhibit on fronterizo art, a border art. This is a movement that started when the border got militarized, and several artists from Juarez and later El Paso joined together to build a new narrative about us, right? That we're not only about violence and immigration, but we have beautiful things such as a taco stand or the mole glass, mole abuelita. If you're Mexican, you will understand that there's a salsa sauce called mole, and they sell it in those glasses. But the poor people used to use those glasses as the family dishware, like for cups. So
Tell me about that one right there behind you.
This is an artist called Percepticon Anomaly. He underwent a period of his life with the loss of his brother. He underwent to addiction. So this painting is when he started having disconnected thoughts. His reality broke down. This particular piece is done with beeswax, which is one of the most ancient painting materials.
This one, tell me something.
That's Luis Racho again. That's another. This is a serial killer. See, that's a serial killer, and she made a portrait of her.
Wow. Well, it looks like is she crying, or is that blood or something?
I think it stains as a
Yeah,
technique, or just to make it more
Right.
horrific,
Yeah.
you know? Mhm.
You know, another one that catches my eye, this blue one with like the monster or something. What's
This is a very personal. That's a friend Solórzano. He's a young artist from El Paso. He's well known, but he's very intense with his images and colors, distorted monsters. He said it's a portrait of him at some point in his life when he was depressed and destroyed due to personal problems. That's. Her name is Fernanda Garza Pianola Garza, right? This was the first exhibit that we had here. She's a friend of mine. She's a gallery owner in Juarez, but she's from El Paso, and these paintings represent moods that she has. These faces aren't real people. She paints emotions. So I asked her to do some emotions with some optical effect. These paintings are meant to be looked at with 3D glasses, which are included.
Oh, that's neat.
Yes, because it really does change when you watch the painting through those
Right.
glasses.
How about the birds over the door?
The birds are represent Ashton Cayley.
Oh,
She is interested in the fauna and flora of our region, the desert in El Paso. So she often paints in those characters.
this over here against the wall is some kind of word art. Tell me about that.
Laura Turon is the main artist in the
Oh,
whole,
yeah, okay.
right? And she works with images distorting the gallery. Her gallery, those rooms over there, are another gallery called Paradox Immersive, and I guess it's named Paradox because she does optical illusions. She breaks down lines, curves. For instance, let me show you that one. That one, right? Can you see any curves? Do you see curves?
Very angular.
Yeah, well, this is made with straight lines, but it's really made as a curve.
Oh, okay.
So it's a paradox in a sense.
Oh, yes.
So she breaks also texts and patterns that, for instance, she breaks down the optical aspect of the text and makes kind of puzzles.
And this is one too?
Another, yeah.
It says, I love you?
Yes, and this one
Uh-huh.
in the shirt says, can you tell what it is?
What's on the shirt? Let's see. What's on the shirt? It's El Paso.
Yes.
How about that? Okay,
correct.
tell me about this one.
Transgender trans JC. Well, he's an artist from Argentina, Andres Muro. He's an intellectual, and he was influenced by Cubism. Right? Cubism is the most important art of the 20th century because it's the first time where artists didn't have to represent the item or as is real, right? They decompose it in forms and reshaped them, reconstructed them. This art gave way to other surrealism and all this, and so Andres Muro is a cubist.
You stand here.
Yeah.
Now tell me about this picture. Is that yours?
No,
No?
That's Laura Turon. Laura Turon did a residency in Iceland.
Wow.
And she's a photographer too. She's a multi-talented artist. And
yeah.
She's a photographer, and she took this, and this is printed on silver photographic paper, so it's just stunning.
Do you have any of your work here?
I don't want to show it.
No.
No, I do an aficionado, and only because my friends, the artists, invite me. Andale, sit down with us and do stuff with us.
But what I saw of yours some time back was really good. You did some on silver.
I did this.
Tell me about that.
Well, it's a recreation of Egon Schiele, woman in blue hat. Like Egon Schiele was an Austrian painter from the 1920s, whom I love. Probably is my my favorite artist of all time. I have a little more. I don't know if I had photos here, but
Well, show me something from the bin. That's.
the what?
Show me something from there.
The bin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a variety. Let me show you one of my favorite artists is Mortis. He's from Mexico City, but he married a Mexican señorita and came to Juarez. And when he arrived in Juarez, there was no real scene, artistic scene, neither in El Paso or Juarez. So he started organizing the artists back there. He's a pioneer in organizing. He's widely respected. He's old now, but he gave me about 100 pieces to sell for.
Those small
free.
ones in the. I bought one. I have
Yeah,
one.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're beautiful and meaningful, and he's a wonderful, wonderful person, and generous. Like look at these wonders of color. One of the things about fronterizo art, there's a thing called in Spanish rascuachismo. Rascuachismo means low class. Rascuache means being low class, right? And they deliberately use rascuachismo to look cheap, a fronterizo art, to say to the system, we're not elegant, we're from the people, the art is from the people. They are often go out in the street instead of galleries to do murals, right? Because the people can see them. Or they use materials, discarded materials, like pharmacy. Let me show you another famous one that I have, Bandido. Napkins. This is a napkin.
That's on a napkin.
That's on a napkin, yeah.
Wow.
And it's deliberate. Or they will use, for instance, discarded posters, like 1970s poster, and they paint like that because that's a sign of their fronterizo movement.
Yeah. Tell me what else you got for sale in the shop.
Oh, we have had book presentations as well. So several things. A friend of mine does ceramics. I don't have ceramics because it's too small and it can break.
Right.
But I do have books of artists that have presented their books here, like Margarita Mejia. She's a photographer from Colombia, and she is also a poet. So she published her third book, fourth book. My friend Eugenio Cotera, a famous architect from Mexico, who's got his first book about Juarez's nightlife. We have a few poets here. There are 5 stages of stuttering.
I think she's in one of the books I put on your table, the border book I did. Okay.
Right. And then Rexito Maraña, who was our last artist before Belinda and Terry, right, who has written 12 books. Have won national award. This is won a national award in Mexico for best graphic novel.
Graphic novel, yeah. Okay, it's very well done.
Yes.
And there's some.
So we have t-shirts, we have stickers, and we got random stuff that they gave me.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those too. Is there anything else you would like to tell about the gallery?
Highlight. Well, this is an educational space. So it's not just a shop. The shop helps me monetize so I can sponsor these events or give maybe opportunities to people that haven't had chance to have a gallery but their quality work or they have something social to say. I'm gonna have to I'm getting together more connections with women's shelters so they can do workshops or meetings here for free, or artists can do workshops. We had 2 workshops already. We had book presentations, poetry readings. So this is such small space, but I want it to be a community space, like my dream.
Right.
Like I'm making my dream come true.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Very nice to talk with you.